Hi, this is Mike from Music Ministry 101. In this video, we're going to be practicing the psalm for the 28th Sunday in Ordinary Time. I'll sing it for you first, and then I'll give you some tips on how you could proclaim it, and then we'll do a karaoke version at the end. I shall live in the house of the Lord all the days of my life. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. In verdant pastures he gives me repose. Beside restful waters he leads me, he refreshes my soul. I shall live in the house of the Lord all the days of my life. He guides me in right paths for his name's sake. Even though I walk through the dark valley, I fear no evil. For you are at my side, with your rod and your staff, that give me courage. I shall live in the house of the Lord all the days of my life. All right, so I just want to point out, isn't it funny that the verses are the same as what we're usually used to for Psalm 23. If you go back to page 52, you'll see the one that we're usually used to is, "The Lord is my shepherd, there is nothing I shall want." And that's a very common one for, let's say, funerals. "The Lord is my shepherd" is a very common psalm during a funeral. And so here, when you have the verse that's from the other one, right? They just switched out the refrain. It's like two different worlds. Because to me the music here is it's kind of in the like I shall live in the house of the Lord, and it's got this kind of like marching bass sound. It's a lot different than "The Lord is my shepherd." It's just interesting, like two different worlds going on here. So, sorry about that, but after the rant, so a couple tips for you, which is taking the refrain here faster can mean that you could do it on one breath if you wanted to. The peak of this phrase, the way that it's written musically, "I shall live in the house of the Lord all the days of my life." It's actually on "all" is the peak of the phrase. So what you can do here is if you go at a little bit of a faster clip, you can do it in one breath. I shall live in the house of the Lord all the days of my life. And that's a really nice shaped phrase. Now, a lot of us will be tempted to go like this. I shall live in the house of the Lord all the days of my life. And while that's not inherently bad, I just like to stick with the phrase that I feel like best represents the text. So I shall live in the house of the Lord all the days of my life. Now, what's the congregation going to do? Well, most of them don't have vocal training, so they're not going to be singing that in one phrase. They'll probably sing the first two measures and then take a breath and sing the next two measures. Well, that's fine, but our job is to represent what the best version could possibly be. In my opinion, is if you take this in more of a cut time feel, I shall live in the house of the Lord all the days of my life. Cut time meaning basically you're going faster and the emphasis on the beat is cut in half, right? It's called cut time for a reason. So in short, go a little bit faster and just see if you can do it on one breath. Let's try it together now. Here we go. I kind of like that better on one breath. If you need any help with breath support, I have a free resource called the 3-Day Workshop for Cantors. And in the 3-Day Workshop, you'll get a video each day that helps you with some aspect of vocal technique. Day 1 is all about breath support, what we're talking here. And if you can't get through the whole phrase on one breath, that will help you to be able to do that. Day 2 is all about English diction, speaking the text. And Day 3 is about the message or meaning behind the text. If you haven't checked that out, check it out. It's completely free, and you can find it at www.musicministry101.com/workshop. I'll leave a link in the description below, and people that take the 3-day workshop really are glad that they did. So I hope you'll go over there and check out the 3-day workshop. Now, let's do a karaoke version. We'll do the refrain one time. All right, I hope that was very helpful. If it was, please subscribe to the channel so that I know you're here. And also you can like the video below if you enjoyed what I had to offer you here in this video. So I hope you have a great Mass and have a great weekend, and I'll see you in another video.